Okay, so that for the default gateway will be resolved and send packet to default gateway. So normally this default gateway IP address shall be configured statically or configured via DSCP. So this default gateway IP address, whenever ARP is not resolved, we need to send default gateway IP, right? So that should be configured on the host. Statically means we can configure manually, or else to get paired by dynamically we get the IP from the ISP. Like whenever we connect it to the internet via phone, right, we'll get that on IP. So dynamically we get that without intervention of host. That's what we call a DSCP. Now go back to this figure. So in this figure, once it gets this packet to the router, right, how will communicate to other different networks, how it will communicate. So once in the router, what will happen? That we'll see here, routing. So routing here, why we say IP address to IP address is, right? So the packet may traverse multiple networks to reach the final network. So all this network to network, right, we need to deal with the IP address because this is on the network layer. So first we need to find out one nest hop. What is the nest hop? That means what is the next immediate router I can send to. So let's say the packet may go to network 1, network 2, network 3, and then network 4, where that final IP which want that Google server is the network 4. But how to traverse network 1 to network 2, network 2 to network 3? There are separate routers or gateways we have in each network. So in each network, we need to send the packet to network 1 to the IP, all the stuff, right? So to send that one, each router will consume an IP. We need to find out that nest hop. What is the nest routing device we need to send? We need to get that IP. And once that got that IP, right, it need to send to another router. That's why we need to mention that all the networks goes via IP address to IP address. Okay. In gateway router, if destination MAC of Ignis packet matches the destination with the destination MAC of the router. So any router, right, first what we will do is, if the destination MAC means whenever the packet comes, right, so in the packet destination MAC, it sees that the router port, whichever comes that packet, the router port MAC address is same as the destination MAC of that packet. So then only it looks that the network packet, whichever the IP destination IP is there, right, that one. So once that address matches only, then it look up the destination IP. And remember one more point. So whenever we send any packet, so let's say host 1, it is sending the IP address to Google. So while traversing to all the network devices, the destination IP will be a constant. That will be the Google IP address. But intermediate, whenever going to one device to another device. So let's say in this network, in the home network, we didn't find that device IP address, right? So we need to go to another network. Like that, it has to traverse all the devices. So each device, whenever traversing the packet to all the devices, the packet destination IP address will be the same. And only the MAC destination MAC address will be changed. Only the destination MAC will be changed, but IP address destination IP will be the constant. It will be the same. So because why we should be constant is whenever it goes to each device, right, it has to check that, okay, this IP is belong to this device or not. If it's not that, then it will forward to another network based on the destination IP only. So like that in the address, right, in address, the constant will be the house number or like permanent address, like the house number will be the constant, right? Like the IP address will be the constant, but intermediate districts or the streets will be changed. First times it will connect to the India, like country. Next time it will search with the state. Next time it will search the district. But every time the IP address will be the constant, means the house number will constant, right? Like that here also, destination IP will be the constant here. So every device, every router, right, or gateway, whenever it goes, first it will like the destination MAC. Destination MAC always will be the router only. Once it reaches the destination MAC of that router, it will check that IP. So then router will do the destination IP lookup in the routing table. The destination IP is the Google IP. It will choose the routing table. By seeing the routing table, it found out which routing, which network I need to send out, which exact network I need to send out. That's where we have the routing table. Based on that destination IP, right? We need to find out routing table, which network we need to send. Once we identify the network, right, we need to send to a packet to the device which is present in the network. That we call as a nest hop device. So if DIP is present, get the nest hop IP which the destination IP is reachable or present. So once in the routing table, we find out that IP lookup and find out that which network I need to send. Once in that network, find out the nest hop in that network. What is the IP of that nest hop? Once we find that nest hop IP, this is like in network 1, this router is there. Network 2, we need to send out. Network 2, we need to find out one device. That's we call the nest hop. So this net hop will present in the network 2. So again, the network 2 to send the device, right? Again, we need to find out the arc for that nest hop. So this nest hop IP, this nest hop will have again 2 ports. One port is connected to this network, which is currently it is there, this router, right? And that nest hop, one port is connected with another network. Every router, multiple ports will be there. Each port will have one network. And ARP will be resolved per port only. In that network only ARP will be resolved. So that's why this ARP will be resolved for the nest hop and forward the packet to nest hop here. So here what we in this slide, right, what we need to find out is, so in the routing, we need to find out which network we need to send. That means which nest hop we need to send based on the routing table with destination IP. Yeah, as I said previously, right, router will have multiple interfaces connected to network, and router is configured with multiple routes. Also dynamically launch the routes from different routing protocols. So now in this router, the final destination IP, which is that Google IP. So how shortly means how it will be reachable with multiple networks. Let's say that IP will reachable network 1, 2, 3, 4, and that IP may reachable with 4 and 5 networks. But what is the shortest path? Everything will be learning from all the routes from another network. So that means this router will dynamically learn the routes from all other routers in different networks. This automatically self-learning routes will be self-learning all the routes from different routes. If you see in this figure, right, whatever I explained, it will be clearly understand. So you have one subnetwork, here also one subnetwork, here is one subnetwork, here is one subnetwork. So like this, internet will be like a combination of multiple subnetwork, which we'll call as a LAN here, local area network. So if you see here, the IP address will be, so here 12.21.61.57, that means .57, like 12.21.61.57.20.30, like this network. So like that, each IP network will be different here, and each one gateway here. If you see this has one port is connected to this network, and another port will be connected to another network. So here one router means might be disconnected to one network. Like that is a complete a mesh of networks here. So now this router, right? So let's say Google is IP is present in this LAN. So definitely this router will learn all the routes behind of this route, right? It will learn all the routes behind this router. Let's say first this router is there. Whatever the routes it learns here, right? It will send to this router and this router. This router will send all the routes whatever it has to this router, and this router will send all the routes whatever it learns to this one. Like this guy, whichever our host is present here, it knows all the routes present to reach to Google IP. Like that, it will all the routers. It will learn all the routes behind each other automatically. So we have very advanced protocols, routing protocols, which evolved in past 15 to 20 years, right? How fastly we can converge the routes, how fastly we'll go to the another device. So if you see, surprisingly, whenever you use the google.com, it uses only 3 nest hops. Max is 3 nest hops only. It uses the Google server. Let's say if you are in India, if you search any Google, right? So Google server in data centers in US, it uses only 3 hops only. It goes only 3 nest hops. So that refined protocols are there, routings. Okay. So this is how the routing looks like. There are very complex routing algorithms will be there. So there is a different waxed subject we have. Assume that all learns dynamically, automatically. The final subnet. So final subnet, I mean to say, is where that Google IP is present, right? That is a final subnet. Once in this network, it try to resolve the RPR, it won't get in this one, it will send to default gateway, and then it find out to reach to another network and multiple networks, right? So it will send to this guy. This guy in the subnet also is not there. Then it forward to this guy. In the subnet also is not there. Then it will forward to this guy. Here the final subnet where Google server is there somewhere here. In this final subnet, what it will do? Again, it has to resolve the ARP, right? To get that MAC address. Finally, we got that IP present in subnetwork, but we need to find that MAC address, right? Because we need to know IP address and MAC address to reach that packet. Again, we need to do the resolve the ARP in the subnet. That's what we do in the final subnet. Again, IP address to MAC address. In the final subnet, whatever the IP address we got, right? Again, the destination IP is the same of the Google IP one. We need to resolve the MAC address in this. Okay, so in this manner, packet travels on multiple hops router till it reaches the final subnetwork where the destination IP is present. So packet, as we said, right, in previous slides, packet travels on multiple hosts or router till reaches the final subnet where the destination IP present. Once the final subnet is found, again we need to resolve in that subnet further destination IP and we'll send the packet to destination IP. So once in the final subnet you find out, that means that IP present in the subnet only. To get that MAC, again we need to send one ARP request. Okay, whoever having this IP, send to me the MAC address. So definitely that IP is present in that subnet, right? That I will send that MAC. Then we will send that our packet to this destination IP. Once it reaches the final destination, packet will go through the TCP/IP stack and reaches concerned applications in the device or server. So now in this, we reached up to IP level only, but in the transport layer and the session application layer, let's say we'll be running on the ping. Ping is an application running on the application layer. And let's say we are using, we are doing some browsing. So browsing uses the HTML protocol, HTTP protocol. So that will be running on the application. So even this RTP protocol, which uses for YouTube voice or video protocols or file transfer, something uses FTP. There are so many protocols which will run on the application. Once it reaches that final destination, once IP is matched, then it will go through in TCP transport layer. It will see that, okay, which port it is packet is destined based on the port, right? Each HTTP will have one port and FTP will have separate port. Ping has some port like that. It will go to the application. So with this, right, we learn about routing and ARP. So now finally, so in this slide, we'll recall whatever we did previously, whatever we learned previously in one slide. One by one, we will go here. So with a single shot, how google.com, if you go, how internally works. So first it has to convert google.com to hostname, google.com hostname to IP address. So for this, we use the DNS. So once we get the google.com, so we need to find that IP address. So this IP address will present in some DNS. So for that, we need to do a DNS query. So send a DNS query to find the IP address. This DNS query will send to a DNS server. It uses that UDP protocol here again. It goes to DNS server and then find out that IP address. Once that IP address, we need to find out that it is present in the same subnetwork or not, in the same LAN, right? Whether that IP address is present or not. If it is in the same LAN, right? So it will resolve that IP address. So ARP might be resolved if it is present in the same LAN. If it is not present in the same LAN, send packet to default gateway. So default gateway will be attached to this network. So it goes to again go default gateway. In this default gateway or router, right? So it will check the routing table based on the destination IP. Once IP address is found, right? So whenever send the packet, the destination IP will be the same as Google IP. But what will be the destination MAC? destination MAC will be the router MAC only, not that Google IP MAC. It is like destination MAC will be the router, this default gateway router. So once you check that any device, first you check that, okay, the destination MAC, whichever the packet reside is my MAC or not. If it is not my MAC, it will simply drop. Otherwise, it will take that packet. So that's why any packet it will traverse, the destination MAC is the next hop. Whatever we are packet to the sending the packet to the next destination device, that MAC only we will put that. The source MAC will be the whichever the packet is sending out to that source MAC. The destination IP will be the Google IP only. And source IP anyway, the exact source of that IP, wherever it started, right? That one. Only whenever going to between the devices, the source and destination MAC will be changed, but the source IP and destination IP will not be changed. Okay. Now in this router, what it will do is based on the destination IP address, it will find out that what is the next hop. Network need to forward the packet. Means which network it needs to find out. If you find out that network based on the destination IP, you look up into the routing table in this, which is the best route, which is the best network you need to send, and then find out that what is the hop, next hop for that router. Once it will forward that to next hop, right? So like that, we have different nest hops will be there. First from gateway to this hop, it will go. It will find in this network is not there. It will go to this hop and it will go to this hop. Like that, it will traverse to different routers until it reaches the final subnetwork. Once it reaches the final subnetwork, this is the final subnetwork. Once it reaches the final subnetwork, there is the R. Again, in this final subnetwork, we know till now we didn't get that destination MAC of that Google IP. Now we need to resolve that R in that final subnet. Once that MAC address is sent, now we know both IP address and MAC address. Now we send the packet to here. See, if you see here, this is the first LAN, first subnet. In this, we didn't find out that. And to reach the final subnet, we need to have different routers, which deals with the MAC address, IP address. Here it will deal with the IP address, MAC address. First it will try, it won't get that. Then it will go to different routers with IP. Once it reaches the final subnetwork, again it has to resolve the MAC. Once it resolves the MAC, it will send the packet to final destination. It reaches the final destination happily. So this is how the packet will traverse whenever we use google.com. So in this, there are different routers, features, and the host, all those things, different companies will be working on this. Okay, so this is the end of this technically. So in this networking, right, there are a lot of players, companies working in this field. If you are using that any mobile, right? So in mobile also is any host, it is a host device. Definitely it has to run the TCP/IP protocol suite, whether it uses LTE or it uses 4G, 5G, 3G, or if it uses Wi-Fi. Definitely it has to run the TCP protocol suite. So if you know this networking field, that is also one more thing. And once it reaches the base station, that is also part of this. Once after this base station it reaches the switches or router, there are many companies in switches and routers, Cisco, Juniper, all those stuff. And there are plenty of devices. And until this internet is there, these companies and this domain is there. And skill set used in this area is like very basic skill set, that is C programming. So we see very less companies use the C++. So very less companies. Most of the times the companies use in this networking devices, they use the C. Even if you see in this phone, the Android phone, only on the Android application side it uses the C, but underlying OS will be the Linux or those things that will be developed by C programming only. So the OS which uses all these devices is the Linux, and because of this Linux we use, we need to know the Linux internals. So Linux internals means not that commands like ls command, those stuff. So Linux internals, which we would have studied in our academic, like OS concepts, like thread, the process, how interprocess communications, those things. That internals and networking concepts. Yes, obviously networking concepts you should know, like how this TCP protocol should works. And This very high level, whatever I told to you, that between routers, between the mobile to another the base station, there is various tons of protocols they uses. And embedded systems is like each network switch or router or a phone or any device, so it has to embed to the hardware, because all the packets to go via hardware, right, either wired or wireless. So embedded systems also we should know. So some companies working on these areas are like Cisco, Juniper, Arista, Broadcom. These are the major players. So, but there are so many players working on these areas.